Every human being that is alive has a worth in God's eye. We, when come on the earth, we have blessed with certain potentials, and a life is given to us which has its own worth. Then, as we grow up, and in our mind, when we want to win this life, then we need to be successful in whatever we think. In being successful, we win our life. There are many times, and in all human life, we have certain potentials which are deliberately given at times to us in our mind as a thought. Sometimes when these thoughts come to our mind, we think, do we have that kind of resources? Do we have that kind of ways or financial backup to do that? These things come. But if your thoughts and your visions, which are higher than what your present situation is, then these thoughts are coming as a vision, as an imagination. And you have to put a belief in that. Why is it given to you? Why are you thinking so much of that? The belief is important. You meditate on it, think over it, and in doing this meditation over that, you have to be a righteous person too. Believe and meditate in the law of righteousness, which is the important factor. And it is very important. We may have dreams, we may have visions, we may just sit and start thinking of something which is beyond your means at times. But why are such thoughts coming on and off? Because God is manifesting in you. He sees the larger picture. He knows why He's brought you to the earth. He knows your worth, which you do not know. But slowly, it's getting into your thoughts, it's entering to your brain. Because the brain starts working, the mind starts working on those thoughts, which could be difficult at the moment because maybe of your present situation, but the thoughts are persistent. Therefore, in the visions and in the imaginations that you have got, there is a message, a larger message. Because God sees your potential, which He has sent you with on this earth. You have to manifest it by belief. And this, all thoughts, continuous believing, continuous thinking about it, continuous finding a way if you can do it or not, all these things are putting you in a refined potential process. Just as we see the gold or the diamond that is found beneath the earth, when it is in its ores, the gold doesn't even shine much, even the diamond. When they are found, they are very rough. Any precious stones, they look very, very rough. But along the process of refining, the shine comes. And when the shine comes, then its worth is seen in the market. That is how all of us are, who have the potential by the blessings of God. All these are just refining times when you are thinking, when you're trying to do things which you thought maybe I am not capable, but no, put your belief in that. That why these thoughts come, why these visions are coming, why these imaginations are coming all the time in my mind. Because that is how you are programmed by God to do this. Only thing is, God will not push you to do things. Neither He'll force you. Why? Because He's given us a mind. And we have to use our mind. That is the powerhouse of God. Inside the brain there is mind, which is God's gift to human race. And if we use our mind properly, then our potentials are seen. Our worth is seen by the world. Like in India, people come to see Taj Mahal. It is actually just a grave. But why its value has become so big? Because the monument made over the grave by white marble and engraved so beautifully that people from all over the world come to see in India Taj Mahal. And I belong to that city of Taj. My parents' home is there. It's a beautiful monument. You can never feel tired of going as many times as you want to see that monument. The potential and the worth of that grave of the king is not because it is a grave. It is because the monument that is carved with such a great potential and beautiful carving over it, that its worth becomes so big in the entire world. The moment people land in India, they want to see Taj Mahal. The belief is an important factor. I took an example from a biblical narrative about a man, Abraham. An old man, he was just believer, and faith is what he had strong. Even when, as an old person, when he could not produce children, his wife is so old also. And God says, I am going to make a nation out of you without any child and a very old age. He believed. He believes it. See the strength in his belief. And he waited till he did have a son, Isaac. A great nation was made by one child. And then God also told him that the people of coming from you will be like the dust particles on the earth all over the world. And so it is. See the belief of this man. He had nothing to believe but he believed. His belief was so great. He never thought that I'm an old man, my wife is so old, barren, and we can't have children. No, he never questioned. He had the potential in him of belief. And that belief made him a successful person, a great man. And God gave him the most powerful nation today. Comes through him. That is the reason why we have to be, whatever potential we have, whatever God has given us in visions we get, or in imaginations we get, in dreams we come to see so many things, and we think, why I have not been here, I have not seen this, why is it coming on and off all the time, why is it I'm having so much of eagerness to do a certain kind of work? Because God wants you to do it. He has made place for you. He has given you the potential. Only thing is, you have to use your brain, your mind. And God makes the ways for you. And then sometimes you think back and feel, I never did much. How come I am so blessed? How come every work that I did was blessed so much, and God has made me successful person? This is what happens. The belief, the positive mind. On the other hand, there are certain people who are like, they too are precious, but they live in the darker depths of the earth, like the uncovered, undiscovered gold or precious stone, which is lying deep inside the earth, never seen the sunlight. So in the heart of a person, when the belief comes in your potential and in your visions, that visions are coming to me, or the dreams are coming to me, or I am feeling very emotionally or very aggressively wanting to do a certain kind of thing, it means there is something you have to do. Use your brain. It was going to work out. This is through the belief only. But there are certain people who live on the darker side of life. They have no belief. They become so dark in their heart. Their hearts never change. So what you get from them is darkness. They will always come and shake you up from your belief, or do something that will distract your mind from your belief system and from your potential. You have to understand, once you encounter with such kind of people, try to avoid their company also. Try not to listen to them, because they are going to distract your powerful mind, which you have used the way God wants you to use it. There are many people who may not have been born in a very rich family or much, but we see them to be so successful in life, being in such higher positions without any background of, you can say, of any kind of pull of people have. No. But through their own work, through their own deeds, through their own belief. The problem is that people don't believe in the supreme power much. They have started believing only in themselves. They have started believing in the kind of money they have. They have started believing only the connections they have with authorities or other people whom they think they are going to help them to get up the ladder, which is not at all so. It is only through your belief you are going to go up much higher in life and lead a very successful life. The potential we have, the belief we have to create. Our body is there, our life is there. The mind has to be controlled by us. Do not let your mind be controlled by people and the evils of this world. Be very careful what you believe, what you listen, and who influence you. If you have a certain kind of belief system, do not be influenced. by people or the others that may distract your mind from the goal that God has set for you. But it is only as long as we live, we have life. There are people who live, but they are like dead people living. Nothing good comes out of them. Do not be like that. We live to win our life so that even if we leave the world, whenever that time comes, we could be a use for the society. We could be useful for our children, for the world. If a person makes himself useful to the society, they make a landmark. And they are always remembered for the kind of work they have done, and they have left the world also, but still their intelligence, their brain and their work is appreciated, and people are still utilizing and taking the benefits of that precious mind that lived a life with great potential. So it is all in the mind. How much refined have you made your mind? Depends how much belief you have. Like Abraham, in old age there was a lot of belief. Today, when he must be watching from up the heaven, a great nation has come out of him. A very powerful nation. Like God said, I'll make your generations. When God was talking about inheritance to Abraham, he must have never thought why God is saying I'm such an old man. He believed. He didn't say that I'm an old man, God. My wife is old and barren. How can I have an inheritance? Whom should I give the inheritance? I have no children. But he believed. That is the kind of belief if we can develop in ourselves, then our potentials, our imaginations, the visions that we have, this is the secret of success. I hope I am able to convince people about having a belief and win your life through belief. Thank you so much for watching my channel. This is Anita Binepal from Mussoorie, and name of my channel is Word of Wisdom Decoded by Anita Binepal. Do watch, like, subscribe and share with others. Thank you so much and good night.